Peace. Today I'm about to show y'all how I made my herbal salves for my class project for this course that I took called Grandma's Hands, Herbs for Pregnancy and Postpartum in the Southern Tradition. This class has been awesome. So what you see me here doing, I am straining out some herbs that I had sitting in grapeseed and olive oil. I had catnip, stinging nettle, chamomile, and mint. All of these together will be great for relaxation, anxiety, and even a nipple cream for the moms. And so in order to make the salve, I have to have a herbal oil infusion. And so these herbs infused, and now I am putting them through a cheesecloth and a strainer and squeezing the life out of them into this jar. And so how I went about this was I put the herbs in the jar, filled it to the tilt with the oil, and I let it sit in a crock pot with water up to its neck with the top off so that it could fuse the herbs medicinal properties faster. But typically you want to let it sit 4 to 6 weeks. I just didn't have 4 to 6 weeks time. So that's what I'm doing here, squeezing it out. And now I have my catnip, nettle, chamomile, and mint herbal oil infusion, and I can use it in my salve. So I use some shea butter, an ounce of beeswax, lavender essential oil. Melted down my 1 ounce of beeswax, and I actually put a little more than 1 ounce because it just looked like it was too little. And I'm adding some shea butter to it. Since I don't have cocoa, I'm going to add a little shea and let that melt down together before I add my herbal oil infusion that consists of catnip, nettle, chamomile, and mint. And then I'm going to add lavender at the end and put in these little soft containers. So here I'm adding that herbal oil infusion of the catnip, nettle, chamomile, and mint into the shea butter and beeswax, and that's how it looks. It gets like real curly and white. So you just keep mixing and mixing and mixing until it like dissolves, and it doesn't take that long. And the pot I have is kind of small, and the bowl I have is kind of bigger than the pot, so it was like tilting a little bit. But if you get like a bigger bowl to fit over top of the pot, you'll be good. Look at that. I'm gonna add a little bit of lavender essential oil. A little bit goes a long way. That's enough. Stir it up. I'm about to pour it into my containers and let it sit, and then it will be ready to be used as a salve. I'm excited. All right, so I put my liquid into this container so it's easier for me to handle, and I'm just going to fill up my jars. It's 3, and it's going to solidify. That's why you have to do this very quickly after you get it off the stove, because it will go ahead and awesome.